Hi, I'm Dr. Nancy Tosh, and I'm here to tell you about the new Pinnacle version of SOC1010 Introduction to Sociology. I'm going to walk you through the course because although much of the content and lectures have remained the same, there are still important changes we need to cover. As you can see, the course has gone from 6 weeks to 3 milestones. Milestone 1 covers the material previously appearing in weeks 1 and 2, milestone 2 in weeks 3 and 4, and milestone 3 covers material previously appearing in weeks 5 and 6. Milestones are essentially a phase of the course project. Each milestone is a key moment and has key deadlines as they build into a more complete understanding of sociology. Pinnacle courses are comprised of a series of learning activities that build upon one another. Learning activities are anything that builds skills. There are lectures, videos, interactive media, etc., as well as skill checks that help the student acquire the competencies needed. Although much here is familiar, there have been changes made to assignments. For example, there are now only 3 discussions, and students must answer and post replies in each discussion, a change from the previous course. The biggest change you will see has to do with the storyline or scenario that the class and the assignments follow. And we can come to it right here. And it is the course introduction. There's a short video students can see. And in the scenario, the student is a sociologist nominated by the department dean to serve as a consultant to Real Life Studios for an upcoming television drama. And so the student prepares 3 different reports that need to be detailed and accurate so that the studio can present a documentary drama set in their hometown that will be as true to life as possible. In milestone 1, students do location scouting, they conduct field work, and they present a report that will cement the studio's decision to shoot there. In milestone 2, the student reports on socioeconomic status, crime, poverty, conflict in society, again focusing on their location. And milestone 3, they report on the family, social institutions that most affect day-to-day life. The approach to the assignments has also changed. Sociology 1010 is now a project-based learning course and follows a certain pattern including tasks and milestones and deliverables, also called submissions, for a student to demonstrate that they've acquired the competencies that are part of the course. Each milestone consists of tasks, and these tasks essentially help the students achieve the milestone outcome as they progress from gathering data to writing a draft to revising a draft based upon feedback. And it all culminates in the milestone submission or deliverable. A deliverable is an artifact the students submit to demonstrate they've acquired the required learning. You will need to redo your course home and announcements because the content and organization of the course has changed. You may need to change any additional videos or other materials you've created in the past. You might also consider putting together a tutorial for students as well. When creating material for your course, make sure there's no references to the old classroom format. Now let's take a closer look at the course. The course competencies are found in the course syllabus, and as you can see, they have remained the same. And the third document in the resources is on project-based learning, which I spoke about. So if you want to know more about that, just click there. And I find the easiest way to navigate through Brightspace is using the learning path, which is where we are right now. And I already went through the project brief. No, I went through the scenario. The project brief is an overview of the entire course. As you can see, each milestone is laid out. It's a good way to review the course. There's also a project flow chart or breakdown for those that are more visually oriented. And the first milestone covers thinking like a sociologist, examining our social world, culture, socialization, social interaction in everyday life, groups, organizations, and institutions. And we'll go to milestone 1 now. Students are assigned to read chapters 1 through 6 of the text. Each milestone has 2 tasks. The first, the discussion, the second, completing their draft, and the third thing they have to do is the submission where they present their revised draft. I'd like to take a look at the structure of a task, so we'll go to the discussion. Here you'll see a brief blurb that ties it in with the scenario. Then there's an overview that is a description of the task. There's submission specifications. This is a discussion question, so it lets students know what they need to respond to, the questions they need to answer. They need to post 2 replies to peers. These are their steps for success, and down here is the grading criteria. As you can see, discussions are worth quite a bit, which is not typical of task and Pinnacle courses. In milestone task 1, task 2, again you see the overview. This is the draft. This is only worth 20 points. Basically, completing it and timeliness are the important aspects. However, when you grade it, you should also cover all the material. This is what the essay, the final essay, will be graded upon to let the student know where they stand. And let's see. Brightspace now has Turnitin, so when you're grading these drafts, you may want to use that. In addition to the copied material and similarity index, Turnitin also allows for a grammar check and allows you to mark up the paper before saving a copy to share with the student. I find it an easy way to revise drafts. However, you may have your own method. Each of the 3 milestones is set up the same with a discussion, a draft, and a submission. Along with the submission, the student has to complete a milestone report. In milestones 1 and 2, this is a 100-word report that reflects upon the milestone. In milestone 3, it's 200 words, and the student reflects upon the entire course. These reports provide a pattern where students look over and reflect upon their journey through the milestone and ultimately through the course. This reflection is something new that you don't see in the classic format and is a key difference of Pinnacle courses. Now going back up to the top, and you see there are the grades. We'll go back to the learning path and take a quick look at milestone 2. Milestone 2 covers chapters 7 through 11. And as you see, it covers deviance, crime, social stratification, gender, sexuality, race, ethnicity, politics, work, and the economy. Now the milestone 2, task 1 discussion is a combination of the discussions in the classic course for weeks 2 and 3. The paper, however, is new to this course, and in this paper the students basically look at the demographics of their own hometown, and I provided some links to credible sources like the United States Census Bureau that students can use to find information about where they live to present to the studio. and it covers wealth, poverty, privilege, prestige, politics, you name it. So that is the essay for milestone 2. And moving on to milestone 3, students finish up reading chapters 12 through 16. And in the final milestone submission, we'll go right here. They basically are going to write about the family. They're going to go back to the 3 characters or subjects they observed in their field work in milestone 1 and basically describe the character's place in society, their home life, political views, attitudes toward change in the future, and set that within a sociological framework. I hope this walkthrough has been helpful. If you have any further questions, do not hesitate to contact me at ntosh@aii.edu. And thank you very much for listening.